Hello, I'm Shaya.
All right, good day to you.
I've had a couple of questions.
Yes.
First of all, for as long as I can remember, I've always had this voice in my head that's always been like leading me when I had fears.
Yes.
Or has told me something when I'm stuck in a place.
Yes.
And in that line, there are things that happen to me. Like I can recall things from as far back to when I was 2 to what I was wearing to what day it was.
Yes.
And sometimes when I dream, I can imagine this one moment, and
Yes.
it normally does happen to me a while after.
Yes.
While I'm awake.
You're
and
simply tapping into what we call the template level reality, where you lay out the blueprint of your physical experience. And therefore, by tapping into it and being aware of it, you can see what you've already set up for your physical life coming to pass and recognize it when it happens.
Oh, well, that's very helpful. Thank you.
Yes.
And I would just like to know what all these things mean. Like if I have a spiritual guide, what?
Yes, of course, you all have
memories?
guides. What you're hearing is your own higher mind and some of your spirit guides, and maybe a few other beings here and there that tap in when they need to. You all have a big support system, you know. Mm-hmm. You're never alone. Not really.
Thank you. Another question I have is, almost every person I've met has said that I've had an old soul.
An old soul idea, really, since you're all eternal and infinite anyway, is simply a perspective that a particular being may have connections, many, many connections of experience into a particular reality. So an old soul is someone who has a lot of experience in a particular reality.
Okay.
It doesn't mean you're actually older than any other soul on that level.
Yeah, for sure. So it means so would it mean that I would have another soul in a different
It means you are making connections to many other lives that are having different experiences that all inform you in this life, and you may be connecting to more than average.
Okay.
Many people might be connecting to, let's say, several hundred other lives simultaneously. Maybe old souls will be connecting to several thousand lives simultaneously. And from the linear space-time perspective, that's what makes them seem old. Because the physical human mind can't quite imagine how all that experience could happen if you weren't old. But it's just because you're tapping into so many sources of information.
Thank you.
Does that help?
Yes. I have another question.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Why are you apologizing?
Because I think I'm wasting a lot of time.
You are not wasting anything.
Okay.
Everyone has the ability to learn something from what you're sharing.
Okay, thank you. I've always had a connection with water. Every time I go to a beach, I would just want to live in the ocean forever.
Yes, well, you have a very
thing.
strong connection to Sirius and the dolphin energies. Do you go and play with the dolphins?
I've gone diving with dolphins, and I had a connection.
So you're exemplifying a recognition that you have a very strong connection to the star system of Sirius, to whom the dolphins are also telepathically connected, and it's one of the strong connections that you have that you're playing out in this life.
Thank you. I also have the same...
Well, I had nothing to do with it.
I have... I also have the same connection with nature in that sort.
Yes.
What does that mean?
What do you mean? What does it mean? It means you have a strong connection to nature.
No.
So that you can use that connection to inform your life, to apply that energy, that state of being, to act from the state of being you find yourself in nature, and act from that state of being in everything that you do will allow you to act in the most aligned way to your true frequency. You're using nature as a reflection to understand your true state of being, your true essence. So act from that state of being, and you'll always be in alignment with yourself. That's what nature is showing you, that you are a part of nature too. So use your nature, your true nature in life.